Evening, YTPC pipe community. This is Mike, the towpath piper, and I picked the name towpath because I live near the Erie Canal, and a towpath was where the horses would walk when they pulled the barges. So, very scenic, very beautiful, the parts that remain in this area, and I enjoy it very much. Go boating and fishing. Not good for swimming, but so happy Meerschaum Monday. And today I'm smoking my CAO, pretty elegantly carved pipe, which I don't smoke very often. It's, to be honest, it's kind of uncomfortable on the hand. So I guess it's like anything, you gotta get used to it. But I've had it for quite a while. But like I say, I very rarely pull it out because I just frankly find it uncomfortable. But it being Meerschaum Monday, I figured I'd pull it out and show it off and give it a drive. So I had another channel. I was just smoking Father Maca, but every time other presenters would say it, they'd kind of wince. So I figured I'd better pick a more appropriate name. So I'm gonna stop producing any videos under that channel and be the towpath piper. So snow is making a reappearance today, and it's supposed to be pretty lousy out all week long, but yeah, make the best of it. I ordered all my vegetable seeds and flower seeds, and they came today. So I had all the starter mix out in the garage. I brought that in so it can warm up, and probably tomorrow I'll start that project. At least the flowers and the peppers I'll start. But my tomatoes I won't start until I'm about 4 weeks out from planting them. Last year was the first year I planted or I started from seed myself. I used to just go to the nursery and buy starter packs for everything, but I was spending $350 a year, and that was before the pandemic. So I figure now you're talking 450, 500 probably for me to get all my baskets filled and my vegetables planted. And I live in a very urban area here, so I plant in containers. I went to a nursery and they had 30-gallon containers for $5 a piece. I bought a bunch of them. My tomatoes do good in them, but the rats tend to get more of the fruit than I do, so that's a constant battle. But I like to can up tomato sauce and salsa, and peppers for my sandwiches, pickles, you know, try and be as self-sustaining as I possibly can. Save a little money. Being retired and on a fixed income, that's an issue now. Although today I did have a windfall, so I had a new central air unit put in last year, and my God, are they expensive from the last time I bought them? Bought one and plunked down, I think, 3,500 and had to finance another 2 grand. So I'm gonna pay that off. I owe $500 left on it. So pay that off, and then I'm gonna go buy a new mattress. Because, the mattress I have, oh, just I wake up and my hip is killing me. I feel like I was kicked by a mule. And I'm tossing and turning, trying to get comfortable and not sleeping because I'm tossing and turning and waking up and just feel exhausted all the time because I'm not getting a decent night's sleep. So I was looking at some of the stores online over the weekend and saw a mattress and fits my budget. Man, some of these mattresses for four, five, six, $7,000. I can't imagine. What are they? Solid gold springs in there? What could possibly justify a mattress being that much money? It drives me crazy. Prices in general for anything drive me crazy now. I mean, I'm one of those guys that I go to 4 or 5 different grocery stores buying the sale items at each one each week and trying to stretch my dollar as far as I can. So, you know, now 1,200 for this mattress. So I would consider that middle of the road, which is where I usually make my purchases. I don't buy the cheapest one, and I certainly can't afford the best one. So middle of the road. That's worked for me pretty much all my life. Um, I got an old boat, a 14 footer, deep V. I fished the Niagara River and the canal, stuff like that. So then, I totally gutted the thing, brought it down to bare aluminum, repainted it. And now I got last year, one of the seat that I would sit on as I pilot, I'm going to put all my instrumentation in there and my fish finder, some lights down there that'll light up the hold a little bit that I can see when I get out there early in the summer mornings. But that's how it is with me, I'm always buying reused items and making the best out of them. And I want to put a fishing deck or a casting deck on the front of bow. We'll see how that goes. Last year, with my other projects and everything, I got the struts done for the floor, for the decking. So that's where I'm at with that project now. Install the electronics, get the decking down, and then try and get that casting deck installed. And I want to put a hatch in there that I can throw my vests and anchors and miscellaneous stuff down in that little cubby down that I'll make. And, so it's not spread all over the deck. We'll hope. I'm hoping. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't run out of time again this year. I didn't work on it all during that pandemic when lumber prices went insane, so it was on hold for a couple of years there, a few years actually. But I do love my fishing. And those are my priorities in life now are, that I'm getting older and I have limited endurance. So things I do pursue are things that bring me enjoyment. I'm not really into the material things anymore. I mean, yeah, a new mattress, that's something I need to make my life better. So, but as far as spending money on, the best of everything, I'm not going to do it. And my house is kind of on hold because they might be putting a subway down the middle of my street in the next few years. So I'm in the area where the train is going to come from below ground to above ground, and they're going to buy all that property up because you wouldn't have access to your property. You wouldn't be able to get into your property from the dig. So we'll see what happens. And they're saying it's supposed to be a 5-year project before it's running. So we'll see what happens. So I'm kind of on hold. And like I said, I'm in a very urban area anyhow. And I got divorced and I bought this house because it was all I could afford on a single income and paying alimony and just child support. So this is what I could afford. And I was bound and determined that my residence was going to be my own and nobody was going to take it away from me and make me start over again. So, I had to settle for less, but it's mine. It's paid for. Uh, Honestly, I have absolute lunatics all around me. Every one of my neighbors are nuts as the older people have died off. Uh, People have bought the houses and they rent them out, and these tenants are just, they don't maintain the property. They're rude, obnoxious, and I don't need that stress anymore in my life. So if I get bought out when they do this project, I plan on going somewhere rural. I really don't want to mess around with septic and wells and anything like that. I want those services. I want gas. So, I'm going to move to a rural town somewhere and hopefully be able to relax and enjoy whatever time I have left on this trip, you know. So, that's about it for today. I thought I'd reintroduce myself and talk a little bit more about what's going on in my life. Trying to smoke this pipe, it's not cooperating very well. I don't know. I dried out the tobacco before I loaded it, but just not cooperating. So that's the morning spent. Probably gonna make some dinner. I took some Italian sausage out of the freezer, got that thawed, threw some peppers and onions. I make my own sausage. I mean, I'm a skinflint, man. I do it all myself as much as I possibly can now. Because around here they're asking $5.99 a pound for friggin' Italian sausage. I don't know how you can justify that. One of the cheapest cuts of pork there are, and some seasonings and the casings, and you know. When I started that out, I had the hand grind, and that didn't cut it. I did a couple pork butts, and then I was like, oh, I'm going electric. I got a nice grinder. I can go through 30 pounds of pork, beef, whatever, I'm grinding in like 10 minutes. This thing is a bear. weighs about 35 pounds. Not a whole lot of fun to move around, but it does the job. And yeah, like I say, I'm trying to make every dollar stretch. And the last couple of months, I've been spending 150 a month on tobaccos and, you know, cellaring them. I haven't opened up it. I don't think I bought a couple bulk ones, so I've been smoking out of them. But the tins, I cellar them because, I like to give them a couple of years before I pop one, at least a couple of years. So just everything. Inflation is just insane. And living here in New York, Western New York, the taxes on the tobaccos. I went to local B&M. Nice guy there. He's a pipe maker. I've owned two of his pipes. I was actually wanting to go buy another one. I have a cutty that he made for me, and that's my absolute favorite pipe to smoke flakes out of. And it's been getting quite a bit of wear and tear on it. And I was thinking of getting another one of those, having him make me another one of those. So we'll see. Him and Han. I just bought a pipe a couple weeks ago. New one. I got like 50 pipes. It's not like I need any more pipes. I'll show you the other one. Bought this little Boots Chopin Rhodesian eBay, brand new, unsmoked. I got a good deal on it. So I like the bulldogs and bulldog shapes. I like the hand feel. So, this hobby gets pricey, especially when you got PAD and TAD. So, so you can kind of get a hint of where I live with the guy up on the wall there. My bison head. It was one of, I've had him for quite a while. Actually, it's a female, but it was on my bucket list. I always, when I was a kid, we used to go down to the train terminal. My grandmother would come in from Syracuse to visit, stay with us for a week or two. And in the terminal, they had a stuffed buffalo. I was just a little guy. And oh, I used to be fascinated by that stuffed buffalo they had in the terminal, the train terminal downtown in Buffalo. And it was just something on my bucket list. So I bought that, I don't know, about 12, 14 years ago. Um, that, an English Bulldog, and a Jeep Wrangler. And the Bulldog's gone and the Jeep's gone now. I'm back to a pickup truck, which I've been driving pickup trucks. All my working career, I drove pickup trucks and I would do side work, on the weekends and stuff. Always trying to earn a few extra dollars. So now I'm just kind of trying to ride out the rest of the trip here. So I hope you all have a good work week, and I hope to make some videos every now and then. I am still very uncomfortable presenting, especially this first couple are tough. Once you get over that hurdle and you get a little more comfortable, it seems to get a bit easier. So hopefully I'll produce a little more content. It's Really, I don't know what I have to add to the pipe community outside of just giving you guys something to listen to. And, I know when I watch, I usually am smoking a pipe when I'm watching other presenters. It ain't working. Uh, Somebody to share a pipe with. Mm, I enjoy watching other presenters programming and hearing what they share about themselves and their different likes and tobaccos and their pipes, seeing their pipes and collections and all sorts of information. I learned all my information from YouTube when I got into the hobby. And now I restore a lot of pipes. I have quite a few estate pipes, and I love them. They smoke great. I love the history of the pipe. Um, I'm into uh, pretty much the classical standard designs, bents, billiards, and doublings, and just the standard old-fashioned pipe. Yeah. I have a few Arston pipes, and I enjoy those too. But spent dropping $300, $400 on a pipe as opposed to something I pick up for 25, 45, $60 and fix up, rehab and bring back. It's an easy choice for me. Well, I hope y'all have a good evening and take care. So long for now.